Guess what I bought, everyone? Watercolor soluble pastels. This is something I've been seeing a lot lately on my YouTube because I follow lots of artists, specifically artists that do mixed media, which is something that I love to do. Not because I don't like watercolor, I obviously love it, but I feel limited when I do only watercolor. So I've been wanting to get more into mixed media, and I have. But I've been so curious specifically about pastels. And specifically, I have seen people reviewing or using another brand that I can't think of at the moment, but it starts with a C. And I was tempted to buy those. I actually was going to buy those until I came across this brand, iCrayon. And one of those things that I believe is, not all the time do we have to get the most expensive brand. Not to say that was the most expensive, but it was the most expensive I had seen at the moment, just because it's the most expensive. It probably has great benefits that cheaper brands don't have, but there are other brands that are less expensive that are just as good. I don't know if that's the case with this, and it's not to say I won't get the other brand. However, I saw really good reviews on this brand when I looked it up. So this is what we're getting into. So we've got 12 classic colors. I did want to note that what is that symbol? It's either the letter A or AP as far as toxicity is concerned, is not on here. Okay, yes, AP for approved product to indicate that it's certified non-toxic. That's not on here. So I'm just going ahead and putting that out there for anyone that is very important to. So let's go ahead and open. Dun, dun, dun. First, we have a little card, yay, where we get to try out all the colors. So fun. I'm going to go ahead and put those there when we try them out. And then we have, huh, I'm going to assume this is where I can put like little bits of water if I want to make it more watercolory. There's our little pad. It's very thin, so I I don't know. I guess I would handle small sections using something like this. Let's see what we have next. All of the colors. We have, like I said, 12 colors. Then we have a sharpener, which is great, and our pen that will have the water in it. Obviously, there's no water in it currently, but here is the brush. So that's very nice. I guess I'll go ahead and put the brush in it. I mean, put water in it right now. I've got my little cup of water in the squeegee thing. So let's go ahead and, at least I think I'm doing this right. Fill it up. Boop, boop, boop. All right, we don't need any more. Perfect. Now I'm going to, oh, hold on. Righty tighty, lefty loosey, right? Okay, do I need to go the other way? Oh, well, that's weird. Apparently, you have to turn it not righty tighty, but lefty something. I can't say lefty loosey because it's lefty tighty. All right, so we've got this filled. Again, here's the top that I'll use afterward. So first, I guess let's just go ahead and work with the colors that we have, right? So the very first color we have is violet. Also, just so you can see the size of these crayons, here's my hand, or there it is to my finger, a little bit longer than my longest finger. Very exciting. Okay. Da-da-da-da. Just seeing if there's any more information that I need to share with you. No. Okay, so let's go ahead and color in this section. Also, I do want to point out I have never used water-soluble pastels before or anything pastel related, so this will be a new experience for me. Also, let me take it out of here. Okay. So I am just going to, ooh, very soft feeling. I just saw a video yesterday of someone talking about some different brand, I think that started with an M, that they were using and just how much more waxy it was, which was a bit more, um, one second, which was a bit more difficult to like fill in. So let me just, alrighty. And I don't know if I need to fill in the whole thing or not, but I just did. So now to use this pen, which I know I have to squeeze to get some of the water down in there. Oops, I squeezed way too much. Okay, and I think I'll zoom in a little bit more if I can. There we go. So this is, it's very nice. Very nice. All right, I got to get used to doing this, but I like that. Next, let's go to our color purple, it says, which is weird because we just used violet. And the color I'm looking at next, that's supposed to be purple. Look, looks very non-purple to me. So that's an interesting thing. But okay, I am going to go ahead and just, I think I'm going to color in less. That way I can see even more how adding the water elevates it. It's really smooth and I'm able to color in like most of the white very nicely. So that's really cool. So this is with me not squeezing any more water, just the leftover water already on there. It's a very nice color. Hmm. And it's also very smooth. I'm glad I'm able to take away like the lines, like you're not seeing, I mean, this is a pretty botched job right here, but you can make it all smooth and it's not just like, oh, clearly that's where the drawing stopped and they started putting water to try to smooth it out. So, very nice. Next, and I am making sure to clean off my brush tip as I go along. So the next color is Scarlet, which is this right here. I am going to just draw a circle in the middle of that. And let's see. I think I need a little bit more water to go in. Okay. Hmm. This is nice. It's probably better if I oop, had just done the same thing. And okay, very nice to see that I can go over the water with this color, which I figured I would be able to, but okay, in case it was a bit too pale, which it was. So here we are. Lovely. Now let's move to our next color. So far, I would say my favorite is actually the purple, even though it doesn't look very purple to me, but you know, that's just me. So let's move on to orange. And I think I will still get the other brand eventually, just to review that for you guys and see if I can see a difference. But that'll be after I get used to using these a little bit more, just in general. I just, again, really like how smooth these are. You know, it's that real crayon experience, like Crayola crayon. Oopsie, I didn't mean to squeeze all that out. Hold on. Okay, so here we go. Hmm, it's very pretty. I like this orange. I do wish it was a bit more of the orange that I'm used to. I don't know how else to say that. Maybe like a hint of more red in it, but still leaning more orange, obviously. But this is very nice. Also, I need another adjective than nice. So now we're about to do yellow. If I can pull it out. Okay, there we go. And this is very yellow, right? So now I'm just gonna see what happens if I just draw like all that. Alrighty, and let's see. I also noticed that it's not really leaving any residue. It just did for this yellow, which is why I am mentioning it now because I was like, oh, but like some of the wax, it hasn't been leaving that behind in these other colors until I got to the yellow, but as I'm going, it has gone away. So we're good. Very nice. Um, very good. So next we're going to yellow green, which looks like this. Okay. So these next few minutes, I'm actually just going to go through these colors and probably speed up the video so that we can just move forward. Alrighty, so we have officially gone through all of the colors, and I have to say, overall, I like them. So some of my favorite color choices from here are violet, purple. I actually do really like the scarlet color, the emerald green, the ultramarine. Those are my favorites. Secondary, I would say, would be the brown and the black and turquoise. With a yellow, green, and the orange, I'm slightly underwhelmed by them. I wish they had more potency, but that also may just be because of what I did. But I think they're very nice. And I feel that way, honestly, kind of about the turquoise as well. I wish there was a little bit more of the turk in there, a little bit more of the green. Nevertheless, I do still believe that these turned out very well. So now what I'm going to do, just really, really quickly, it's going to be something quick, like 5 minutes, is I am going to open up one of my art journals where I just have all kinds of mess in here, and we're going to use them, or at least like one. Also, you guys, please do not mind my craziness that I've got going on here. This was me experimenting yesterday. Well, for me, it's yesterday. I don't know what day it'll be for you guys. And I was just having fun. So let's go ahead and flip to a new page. Actually, I don't want to use this huge thing. So let me just go to a random page, preferably one that is, yeah, okay. Here we go. So here I'm not trying to do like a total painting or anything like that. I just really quickly want to test these things out. So let's split the paper in half. Gonna grab my watercolor and then huh? No, just I'll take care of myself. Okay, so really quickly, gonna figure out what colors I'm actually gonna use. Um, Also, let's go ahead and just pour a little bit of bada boom. Okay, I'm thinking let's do alizarin, crimson, and I'm just going to drop it in wherever I see fit. And this is deep sap green. And lastly, some of this. We're gonna let this dry and then come back. All right, I did set a blow dry to this just to speed things along. Today is actually my wedding anniversary, and my husband just got home from work, and I was like, 10 more minutes. So I gotta hurry and finish this. So here we go. And yes, that's fairly dry. So I am going to take a color. I'm gonna go ahead and try out this, what was this again? Purple, apparently, and just see what that looks like here. So, um, Man, I just kind of don't know what to do. I'm still getting used to doing abstract work. Like I've never done it before. And so sometimes I just kind of don't know what to do, which the only way to get better at it is to just go ahead and go for it, right? But it's easier said than done, like even taking a look at, sorry, I'm derailing, but even going back to what was in my notebook. These look so childish, which I had fun with them. So, like, I'm okay with the turnout, but it is what it is. And then even uh, this page right here of me doing stuff. So, yeah, abstract is hard, but I'm getting there. Okay, so anyway, we've got this right here. I'm just gonna, okay, anyways, we'll have that go past. Okay, so I'm also gonna take my black and let's make a couple of lines here. And then I think I just want to put like some white in a couple of areas. Okay, now let's see if I want to like kind of blend those in just a little bit rather than just having them be standard marks. Yeah, okay. So I might go, this is a little bit on the lighter side. I'm wondering if like a different brand would be a little bit more potent with this white. Okay. I think I might want this whole area to just kind of come out like that. So even though I'm using water solubles, I actually, like I said, I want this white to be much more potent. And this is why I'm doing this whole thing, because aside from just putting them on this little sheet here, I want to see how it's going to be on top of actual watercolor. And right now, I would say the white is a little bit more on the underwhelming side for me. So yeah, because I want that more stark look. I don't know if that's because of the brand or just because like it is white and so that's how it would come up. But I think I like the way the black has shown up and the other color. I will maybe like smooth some of them out, so we'll see. Um, all right, with my white gouache, let me just okay. I'm gonna put some more of that green in this area and have those two colors, the white and the green, mixing just a bit. Okay. I'll probably come back to that spot and just put like some. Okay. Now for these areas where I have the black, let's see if I want to smooth any of them out. Maybe at like the bottom portion. Okay. Okay. Coming down here, gonna do the same thing. Oops, there's a lot of water. Okay. And I know I could be using the actual watercolor, the little ink pen that they gave me, but whatever. Um, where did that pen go, actually? Okay, I found it. So I think I'd want a little bit of the sap green. I know I'm digging this into here, down in here as well, along with my black. And so with the black here, I think I might want to bring it out just a bit further. Uh, mhm. And let's go ahead actually and add some of that green into this. And I'm thinking a hint of the turquoise blue as well. Now I will take the pen and just soften that a little bit. Okay, so I'm not able to fully smooth out these little marks I made with the turquoise, but I actually like the texture it's leaving. However, still making a note that it wasn't smoothing out all the way. I'll get closer so you guys can see really quickly. Oop. See, you can still see the texture of it, but it looks cool. So we're gonna leave it alone, and uh, and I wonder if I might add a bit more of it, honestly. Mm. And even have it like metalling in this area up here. Yeah. Okay. I do maybe want some of this blue to come in here as well. And then that green, again, putting it here. Extend these a bit longer. Some of that blue. Now let's I didn't mean to I mean, smooth out what was there, but okay, it's too late. Hmm, let's try to go over this blue a bit more. And now for this violet, or what was it, the red, well, purple that I've got going through here. There's not really anything happening with that. Not that it has to, but I want to see if there are some cases where I may want it to, yeah, come out a bit more. So let me make a line of it there. Okay. Okay, smooth out the edges. Okay. Mm, okay. Okay. So I think I still want things to be a little bit different down here than up here. I want more light up at the top. So I need to figure out how to do that really quickly. I'm just going to go in over this with the white. Okay. And then down here, I just want to once more build on the black. I'm gonna have the black go over that pink area. Let's just go ahead and do this and throw in some of the green. I'm actually gonna take my regular brush over this area. Okay. gonna get some of that deep sap green. Let me go ahead and, oops, put it slightly above. Let's see if I can. I just want a hint of the lighter green. So this is the yellow green. I'm gonna see if it'll work by me doing it like this. Oh, okay, maybe not. Okay, cool. I like what's going on down here. I think I'm going to take a light film of green and just put it over this area to make it darker. Okay, got it. So it's darker down here. And I do want it to be like the light is. Oop, okay. I'm taking my gouache here just a little bit. Okay, any other areas I might. Okay. Now the last thing I'll do, I think. Mm, okay. Let me get some of it. Okay. Anyway, I think we are done here. Where did my thingy go? If I want to do something. Mm, okay, we are officially done with this right here. So this is the end result of me using the water solubles. I have to say, I overall like how the colors are working, minus the white. I, again, don't know if that's a brand thing or if the white is just going to turn out that way regardless because it's white going over color and it's watercolor. So, um, nevertheless, I'm very happy with these. So the link is in the description, of course. But again, this is the iCrayon water-soluble pastels that come with 12 traditional colors. I look forward to using these in the future, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time, and wo einnehmen.